real life, the only one we get to live. I remember being broken, thinking something's gotta give. This is real life, everything we do is legendary, and we gon' do it till the day we in the cemetery. Real life, it feel like I'm dreaming. Used to feel like I was nothing.
You'll win somehow, so give up on the battle, baby. It's hard, I know.
What's up, guys? So we're in the final phase of the PRS program, and in this phase it is going to be not a dealer per se, but it's going to be some low percentages. It's really going to get you ready for the peak week. And this is where I really struggle. When I have workouts that I feel are not that hard and I'm not really pushing myself all that much, that is when I start to lose my focus. It's something that I know that I need to work on, because you can't just like turn it on when you get to your max out days or your test days. It's like you have to kind of build your mentality for that, and it's something that I really struggle with, like getting mentally ready for these workouts. So that is something that I'm going to be keeping in my mind here, hopefully, and hopefully I can improve on. I know I've kind of touched on it before, but it's just one of those things that, I don't know, I just have an issue like not wanting to go all out all the time, and obviously it has not been that good for my lifting. So I think I'm only using 210 pounds for bench press today for a rep day. Obviously I could use a lot more, but what I need to do is think, okay, what is the end goal? Which is to hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna be this training cycle, but I want to eventually get that 300-pound bench press. And in order to do so, these are the workouts that are going to allow that to happen. So we'll see, guys. It's just all talk unless I actually do it. Hopefully saying this out loud will help hold myself accountable. So here's the mental cue that I'm going to be using. Even though this is only 210 pounds like I mentioned, I'm going to look at it like, if I want to hit that 300 pounds in the long run, this has got to be easy. So my goal of these next 3 or 4 sets is to move this as quickly as I can, even though it's not a speed day, and to make it as easy as I can. So I guess the progress I'm going to be building in my mind is make each set easier as I go on. And I obviously have no evidence to back this up, but it's just kind of playing these mind games with yourself. It really is mostly mental. So we'll see how things go here. So I like what I'm seeing so far. What I tried to improve on from the first set to the second set is kind of just extending that pause just a little bit. But overall, I haven't hit any sticking points. Things are moving smooth. And this is definitely a much better mentality than I've had on a lot of my other easier workouts. I really want this third set to be the best set. I want the pauses to be the longest. I want to make sure that I'm using leg drive on every single rep. I still notice that after like 3 or 4, sometimes I'll lose tightness. I really want this to feel the easiest and move the fastest. And hopefully I can do all of that. And one of the ways I'm going to try to make that happen is just tell myself, or press like every rep is that 300 pounds. So use the same energy, use that same amount of exertion that I would need to press that 300 on each one of these. And obviously I won't need it, but it should feel extremely easy if I'm able to do so. Overall, I think I accomplished the goal. I'm pretty pleased with what I just saw. I think we all have that tendency to become lazy lifters at times, where we don't hit all of our cues, or we let some things kind of fall by the wayside because we know we don't actually need to do it on some sets. But if we can kind of just train our minds to do so, at least that's what I'm trying to tell myself. I think that in the long run it will pay dividends. Alright, I'm just talking like an accountant now. Not a song you want to work out to, but I love this song. So I just did some close grip bench press, gonna move on to some incline bench press, some tricep extensions, and that's the majority of the workout. Another thing I'll try to do when I have a less demanding workout is use the end of that workout for things I missed throughout the week, maybe some mobility work. And you guys heard me mention that I had some clicking in my shoulders, and a lot of you guys said you had the same issue and you asked for things that I do. So one of the obvious ones is going to be band pull aparts. I know you guys have seen these time again. But the other thing I will try to do is, I don't even know what this is called, but you can kind of see what I'm doing here, and I'll just get in every single angle. So I'll spend about 2 to 3 minutes per arm, and I just find where it's tight. And once I do, I'll kind of oscillate through, if you're familiar with Kelly Starrett. But this is probably one of my favorites. The next two things I'm going to show you I learned from a friend back home who I actually lived next door to my entire life until I moved out to go to college. He's been powerlifting for a long time, also went to school for physical therapy, so he knows a lot more about this stuff than I do. And what you're seeing now is unique because of the angle that I'm using. So we've all done the front raises before. Probably since we started lifting, we've done these in the gym with lighter dumbbells, you know. But you can see this angle is pretty uncommon. So what we're doing is strengthening muscles that we don't often use, but that we do use for, you know, everyday common activities, like grabbing something off of the shelf, anything like that. So it really helps stabilize a lot of muscles within there. And then this is one of my favorites. It really helps loosen up those rear delts, which is where I hear a lot of clicking. So this is something that I always do. I try to use a very light resistance band and just make sure I'm using very slow and controlled form. So try these out, guys. I think that they'll help you. Hopefully they do. Let me know if you guys have any other suggestions. But that's going to conclude this workout commentary. I'm sorry if it drug on a little too long, but please like the video if you enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate that. And if you want to see some more tips, he actually puts a lot of good stuff on his Instagram, so I'll put it down here below. A lot more interesting stuff than I do, and also has some good food on there. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I really believe that 1 minute in the morning is much more valuable than 1 minute in the evening, especially for someone like myself. So if I can get anything done the night before to make sure that I'm ready and prepared, I will do that. I always just bring my clothes out here and hang them up so that way I can just leave in the morning and I don't have to worry about it. Also got my nice little work bag here, which I just bring to make me feel important about myself. It's just a fancy way to hold my keys and my banana and my umbrella, really. Coffee timer on. Rice cakes and apple ready to grab and eat with me on my car ride there. You guys have already invaded my life the majority of the day. We might as well just make it a little Sunday fun day, finish it up here with some food, and we are gonna feast. I have not eaten since the pre-workout meal that you've seen outside of a Quest bar. So needless to say, we got a good amount of food here. And the thing about this calzone is that it was misleading at first because I saw it at the store and I looked at it and I was like, man, this has got pretty great macros on it. I gotta get it. And what I did not notice was that it's for half the calzone. And this is what I mean about realistic servings. Who in the world is gonna eat half the calzone? Nobody. So the macros really aren't that good. But these things you can pick them up at Walmart, pre-made calzones, and they are delicious. When it's so nice outside, I do like to get out on Sundays, but sometimes it's just so nice to sit at your house all day and do nothing. I just kicked it all day. I did nothing. I was not productive whatsoever, and it felt pretty amazing. And this night is just gonna end with a bunch of food and some Netflix. Feels good, man, and I'm actually looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. I do like Mondays. I know some people are like, yes, Monday is the day where you start over. What am I starting over, man? I still got the same things I had to do on Friday. But what's nice about Monday, really, is people are always running late for work, so there's no traffic. It's small things. I can't help but think YouTube is a little bit prejudiced at times. Everyone's always eating chicken, steak, all that good stuff, and nobody ever eats pork. I've never seen it, and pork chops are pretty lean if you get the right cut. So that's what we're gonna make today. We're gonna make some pork sandwiches, and we're also gonna make enough so I can pack it for lunch this week. And this stuff is dirt cheap. You guys are missing out. Gotta stop sharing all my secrets with you. It'll be like that Chipotle mango salad dressing when all you guys go out and buy it and I can't find it in my stores anymore. Are we just gonna pretend a calzone goes well with a pork chop like that's a normal thing? Yeah, pretty normal for this channel. Can't think of too many foods that I would say that I hate, but mayonnaise is definitely one of them. The look of it, the taste, everything about it I just don't like, but I needed it for something that I plan on making that hopefully will not taste like mayonnaise whatsoever. I'm just thinking of different ways to use it. So I feel like this barbecue sauce will mask it pretty well. So here's gonna be lunches for the week. We just got pork chops and some plain russet potato. And these are pretty cool if you ever see them at the store. They make it really easy to pack cheese, sauce, really anything small that you don't wanna waste another container for. And that's it. And now we're just left to put it all together. So in all honesty, I did not mean to make this some outrageous sandwich. I thought it was just gonna be a normal sandwich, but I think it's just in my DNA at this point. That cannot happen. I just make it hard on myself because it's gonna be a bear to eat, but I will enjoy it. So Here's the calzone, guys. Doesn't that look delicious? I mean, it's definitely not from like a pizzeria or anything, but I could have put it on the grill, but I figured I'd mess that up, and I only had one, and I would not have been happy. So we got a few pop chips over here, got some corn, and some pineapples and strawberries. Let's do it.
You're my baby, you're driving me crazy. I wouldn't know what to do without you, 'cause your love's amazing. And I'm like, you're my baby, you're driving me crazy. I couldn't go.
Come on, you guys know just regular cinnamon rolls would have been way too easy, and by putting a Quest bar in there, I can market these as high protein cinnamon roll sandwiches. You guys see where my head's at. But seriously, let me have a moment with these. We made some pretty ridiculous food tonight, guys, and I blame you. It's your fault. I'm just trying to entertain you. I did not even enjoy that. But that's going to be the end of the video. Thanks for spending your day with me. Hopefully you guys had a blast. I'm sure you did. Please like the video if you did enjoy it. I always appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Conversations, it's me being gone too long and you testing my patience, but at the end of it all, you still got my heart racing. We so out of this world, like we blasting off in a spaceship. It's real love, baby girl, it feels so amazing, and I know that without it I couldn't take it.